Welcome to our Stoic content for today. We will discuss 7 Stoic rules to become emotionally insensible. If this video provides any value to you, I invite you to like the wisdom we bring with this content and subscribe to the channel. That really helps the YouTube algorithm to deliver this video to other souls and provide them with this Stoic lesson as well. If you'd like, please leave a comment sharing your thoughts, or if you finished watching, drop a "Get Stronger." Let's go. 1. Cultivating unshakable rationality. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the relentless pursuit of ataraxia, the attainment of the sage's unshakable serenity. To reach this elevated state of inner calm, we must embrace rationality as our supreme guide. The rational mind, detached from the illusions of turbulent passions, can discern what is within our control and what is not. By gracefully accepting what we cannot change, we focus our energy where it truly matters: our judgments, intentions, and actions. Nurture reason over emotion, and emotional insensibility will arise as a natural byproduct. In our modern world of constant distractions and stimuli, maintaining unshakable rationality is more challenging than ever. We are bombarded with emotional triggers from social media, sensationalized news, and endless entertainment options. To cultivate the Stoic ideal, we must consciously filter out these noise sources and realign our minds to fundamental truths. Schedule regular digital detoxes, practice mindfulness meditation, and surround yourself with like-minded individuals committed to rational discourse. The path is arduous, but the rewards are immense. When we elevate rational thinking above knee-jerk emotional reactions, we gain a profound sense of inner clarity and self-possession. We become impervious to the manipulations of fear-mongering narratives and immune to the allure of fleeting pleasures that compromise our values. With the rationality of a modern Stoic, we navigate life's complexities with unflappable wisdom and resilience. 2. Detachment from external desires. The ancient Stoics recognized that much of human suffering stems from unbridled attachment to things outside our control. Wealth, status, praise, these are mere temporary additions to true happiness. To become emotionally insensible, we must train ourselves to detach from external desires, seeking self-sufficiency in our own virtue and reason. When we no longer tether our inner peace to mutable factors, we remain unshaken by life's vicissitudes. The path to insensibility is accepting what is granted to us with gratitude, without becoming obsessed with possessions or accolades. In today's consumerist culture, the siren call of external desires is deafening. We are relentlessly marketed to accumulate more stuff, chase the next social media trend, and base our self-worth on superficial metrics. Resisting these temptations requires a Herculean effort of self-awareness and discipline. We must regularly interrogate our motives. Is this desire truly fulfilling, or a fleeting mirage? Are we acting from a place of genuine need, or mindless conditioning? By stripping away the inessential and focusing solely on what adds lasting value to our lives, we liberate ourselves from the emotional roller coaster of grasping for external validations. Material simplicity, meditation on our mortality, and a commitment to life-enriching pursuits become the pillars supporting our emotional insensibility. With detachment from impermanent desires, we open ourselves to deeper, more meaningful sources of contentment. 3. The antidote of negative visualization. Even the most disciplined of Stoics may occasionally find themselves at the mercy of afflictive emotions. The key, however, is not to blindly surrender to these turbulent impulses. Instead, apply that antidote of negative visualization, rationally question the validity and usefulness of each disturbing emotion. Unfounded fears? Irrational cravings? Dissect their roots with the sharp blade of logic. By deciphering the flaws in our emotional judgments, these sensations lose their hold over us. Become an impartial detective of your own reactions, and emotional insensibility will emerge victorious. This practice is especially poignant in our age of pervasive anxiety and doom scrolling. We are inundated with catastrophizing narratives designed to trigger our primal fear responses. The 24/7 news cycle and ominous social media feeds lend undue weight to worst-case scenarios, hijacking our rational minds. To counter this, we must actively flex our negative visualization muscles. Anticipate potential setbacks and sources of misfortune, but view them with the lens of wisdom as momentary challenges to overcome, not existential threats. By reframing our emotional responses through the calibrating prism of reason, we become the captains of our inner equilibrium once more. No longer tossed about by the tumultuous winds of circumstance, we steadily steer our craft through any storm, our emotional insensibility serving as an unbreakable anchor. Before we continue with this enriching content, I would like to ask once again that if our work has been helpful to you in any way, and if you would like to see more teachings on our channel, please consider giving this video a like, and if you can, subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss any future content. 4. Serene acceptance of the inevitable. Life is a constant dance of change and transformation. Both joys and sorrows are merely passing chapters in our journey. For the Stoics, true inner peace comes from the unconditional acceptance of this natural flow of things. What is destined to happen will happen. There is no reason for bitterness or resistance. Embrace even the worst setbacks with serenity, recognizing that they too are integral parts of the grand cosmic tapestry. By removing the poison of revolt against the inevitable, we become impervious to the thorns of negative emotions. In our era of unprecedented control and convenience, this tenet may seem counterintuitive. With technology affording us mastery over innumerable aspects of life, we are conditioned to expect constant comfort and predictability. Any deviation from our desired outcomes can trigger resentment and feelings of victimization. Yet it is this very sense of entitled control that fuels our emotional turmoil. To restore our unflappability, we must realign our expectations with the fundamental realities of the universe. Forces far grander than our individual whims are always at play. By opening ourselves to the inevitability of life's unpredictable currents, we paradoxically regain our inner stability. Whether facing a tragic loss, a career setback, or a humbling life lesson, we can meet each event with the graceful acceptance of a mature soul. This is not resignation, but liberation from the self-created prisons of anger and despair. 5. The practice of virtuous self-sufficiency. Our happiness and dignity should not depend on external circumstances, but on the cultivation of virtue. Be honest, courageous, temperate, just these are the true riches that reside within each of us. By focusing on the constant refinement of our character, we become self-sufficient on a profound level, detached from the need for external validation. The Stoic sage is like an impassive rock in the ocean of fickle emotions, anchored in unshakable virtue. It is in this inner autonomy that perfect insensibility to the turbulences of the soul resides. In the modern age, we are fed a steady diet of unfulfilling shortcuts to happiness, fleeting material indulgences, narcissistic social media posturing, and cheap entertainment that rots the soul. The shallow substitutes leave us perpetually craving more, addicted to the endless treadmill of consumption. By contrast, the path of virtuous self-sufficiency holds the key to lasting fulfillment and emotional insensibility. We must reawaken the timeless virtues within, integrity that transcends trends, resilience forged through mindful discomfort, and a commitment to justice that elevates the human family. With each moral victory over our baser impulses, we become more impervious to the corrosive emotional lures of instant gratification. Standing as unwavering beacons of virtue, we provide inspiring examples for others seeking the light of equanimity in our chaotic world. 6. Compassionate shifts of guard duty. Well beyond mere blind emotional insensibility, the Stoics sought a compassionate and tempered approach to life. Yes, we must shield ourselves against emotional excesses, but never entirely ignore the needs of others or our contributive role to the greater social fabric. Take regular breaks from your practice of insensibility to serve as shifts of guard duty, moments of conscious benevolence toward humanity. Help someone in need, comfort the afflicted, instruct the confused. These micro-actions of kindness keep our sensitivity healthily engaged. In an increasingly polarized world plagued by tribalism and toxic ideologies, these guardianship reminders are more vital than ever. We must remain vigilantly attuned to the plights of our fellow humans, extending empathy and understanding even to those we might instinctively dismiss as others. Volunteer at a community outreach, engage in respectful discourse with those of differing views, and seek out first-hand accounts that challenge our assumptions. By periodically relaxing our emotional insensibility, we enhance our insights into the depths of human experience. We become more adept at separating subjective reactions from objective wisdom, affording us a more nuanced compass for navigating complex ethical dilemmas. And when we resume our Stoic disciplines, this enriched perspective only bolsters the authenticity of our emotional constancy. 7. And last, daily reminders of mortality. To reinforce our pursuit of Stoic ataraxia, nothing is more effective than daily reminders of the certainty of our mortality. The Stoics practiced frequent reflections on the prospect of our eventual death, in order to reduce the fear of dying and fully appreciate the present moment. By recognizing that this moment is all we truly possess, the emotional trivialities dissipate, and a liberating calm takes their place. Embrace your finitude, and be immensely grateful for each breath received. It is in this understanding of transience that insensibility becomes a blessing, not a curse. In our modern culture of indefinite postponement and youth obsession, this practice may seem morbid or depressing. We are conditioned to avoid thoughts of death, replacing them with fantasies of endless self-optimization and corporeal immortality. Yet it is this very denial that leaves us incessantly grasping at straws, forever emotionally agitated by the fears and anxieties sprouting from our attachment to impermanent things. To reclaim our inner peace, we must follow the Stoics in staring directly into the reality of our finite human condition. Schedule daily meditation sessions focused solely on contemplating your inevitable demise, the people you'll leave behind, the legacy you'll impart, the universal truth that all arising phenomena must also pass away. Far from being a depressing exercise, this clear-eyed mortality awareness roots you in a profound appreciation for each waking moment. With the prospect of death no longer a looming specter to be avoided, but a natural process to be accepted, we become emotionally insensible to the sting of aging, loss, and fear itself. Each day is lived with a revitalized intention and purposefulness. We stop treating fleeting feelings as swaying tyrants to be obeyed, and respond to them with the calm discernment of a householder watching clouds pass overhead. In our clarity of life's impermanence, we find an unexpected lightness of being, the emotional insensibility of the sage who has discovered the ultimate liberation. Thanks for watching.